2 years ago, St. Luke's piloted a program with our small groups called Catalyst Service Grants. These grants offered $2,500 towards a project that blessed and benefited members of our Central Florida community. So far, more than 25 projects have moved the needle for people who live all around us. This program has been so successful that we've decided to expand it. We'll continue to serve those Catalyst small group $2,500 service grants, but we'll add to that for groups of people between 2 to 5, they can apply for a $500 life service grant to tackle the immediate needs the Lord brings to them. We desire to see St. Luke's come alive to the power of life in Christ by empowering you with the resources you need to uplift people in need. Now, helping others requires just two things: a willing heart and prayer. In the video, Bill asked himself and the Lord how he could show Christ's love to others with his labor and expertise. The Lord encouraged Bill to provide auto repair services in his garage for struggling families. Now, perhaps you have an idea for a labor-oriented project, or believe the Lord is asking you to consider how you can influence others with the gifts He's given to you. Maybe, like Bill, your expertise in a crucial area can bless struggling families. If you have an idea for blessing others and making a difference for Jesus in our community, a life service grant can help.
Hello, my name is Bill Hanus, and I run the St. Luke's Car Ministry. And I've been working on cars for 50 years. I'm 60 years old. When I was 10, my dad used to work on cars, and I used to fetch tools for him. And I'd probably ask more questions than anything, and that's where I got into the love of working on cars. And when I was in high school, I think it kept me out of trouble, because rather than going to parties and doing stupid things, my friends and I would go to a garage on a Friday night and work on cars, and we probably broke more things than we fixed, but it kept me away from parties and doing stupid stuff, and probably kept me, I had a lot of angels with me. Then went to Kent State, went to architecture school, and then came down and worked 34 years at Disney Imagineering. And this whole time I was, working on cars. I just like to make things run. Could be a car, motorcycle, dirt bike, snowmobile. I just like to make things run. And I retired about 3 years ago, and I'll never forget Pastor Arp, before I was retiring, said, "Hey, when you retire, I've got a ministry waiting for you." And I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Well, if it's teaching Hebrew, you got the wrong guy." And he laughed and he goes, "No, you have a passion for working on cars. If you'll donate your time, tools, and resources, the church will donate the parts, and let's help people in need." And I think you guys all know about the ALICE program, asset limited, income constrained, but employed. And it's people are just, trying to make ends meet. And, they have a job and they're working hard. And if their car doesn't run, they don't get paid. They don't go to work. And I've got a place in my heart for that. And so that's most of my clientele. So my ALICE people are basically the people I spend most of my time with working on their cars. And I work with Pastor Teig. I'll have a car come in and I'll kind of write down everything that's wrong with it, and I'll text it to him, and he'll give me the green light, and I'll go buy the parts. And it's very rewarding, because a lot of my clients are basically from Redeeming Life, the women's ministry. They're the women's shelter, and they're single moms with 6-month-old, 12-month-old babies in the back seat, and it breaks my heart. I see their cars. They have bald tires, they have no brakes, the air conditioning typically doesn't work, the car is unsafe for the road, and they've got a 6-month-old baby in the back, and it kills me to see that. So they are mostly near and dear to my heart. I've been working with Pastor Sam's wife, Alex, and they find me, because I wasn't sure how anybody was going to find me when I did this ministry, and everybody's like, "Trust me, they will find you." And some of these girls are just so hardy. One of the girls had a hole in her radiator right at the bottom, And for her to get to work, she had 2 huge jugs of water. She'd fill it full of water, drive as far as she could before it ran out of water, get back in, fill it up again, pull over, fill it up again. That's how she got to work with a six-month-old in the back seat. And you know, they're tenacious and they're hardy. And you know, when I work on their cars, when they come pick them up, you know, they have tears in their eyes. And then I get tears in my eyes. I get tears thinking about it now, because they say, you know, why me? Why I'm not worthy of this? And I'm like, there's no more worthy than you. You know, you deserve it more than anybody. Continue to be a great mom. Continue to, you know, be a you know, somebody that's working hard in the community. And you know, this is what we're here for. So you know, it's a huge benefit for me. I probably get more out of it than they do. Another story, I had a homeless man that was living in his car, and his air conditioning goes out, and you know, it's summertime and the guy's baking. And he was in Sanford. Another Homes for Good is another charity in Sanford. Kim Fogel runs that. And he found me, and rather than me just doing the work, the man wanted to help. So I bought an air compressor, AC compressor, and we did it right here on the lift. And rather than him just sitting there, he helped me. And he got a huge sense of accomplishment. And as I was doing the work, you know, I'm trying to witness. I'm not as good as the pastors, but you know, I try to bring some God into what we do here. And you know, I don't want to jam it down their necks or anything, but I'm trying to, you know, have them closer to God, because they're like, why do you do this? And you know, he was telling me his story of how he became homeless, and now he has a job. And you know, he just hearing their stories, there's just so many people out there that are hurting, and for the St. Luke's to help like this, it's just huge. I have a few St. Luke's members that have helped me work on some of the cars, Darren McNatt and Rick Betteridge and others that you know, we've slayed on some suspension pieces and things like that on this lift, and we've had a lot of fun, and we're up to our elbows in grease. But it's just you know, it's a great feeling, and the more people that we can help, that's what I'm here for, and that's my story.